What's up, guys? Hazy M's here, coming at you with another video tonight, wherever you're at in the world. We're going to be going over Final Fantasy XVI Demo. This game is finally coming to the West. It has been released over in Japan, and now they're finally letting us over here get to experience it. I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, as you can see through my library here. I didn't really know anything about this game. I just kind of randomly popped up for me one day, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to check this out. It's not your typical Final Fantasy turn-based game. It's more of an action game. Kind of like a Devil May Cry / Fable / God of War, I guess, combat experience. And the reason I say that is you can do combos, you can have abilities, magic, but at the same time, there's also instances where you need to hit specific buttons to do certain things, kind of like you do in God of War. And I say Fable just because a lot of the time I feel like some of the enemies aren't as deadly as they should be. They're just kind of sponges, I guess. But we'll get into that. So the demo is about 2 hours long. It's free to play, download. So I encourage you, if you're a Final Fantasy fan, go and download it and play it. It's honestly, for the 2 hours, it was definitely worth it. It was a great demo. I'm gonna have some gameplay going on in the background as we go here, and we'll just be talking about kind of my experience, going over graphics and things like that. First and foremost, guys, graphics are good. I'm playing at 1440p. They're, very well done. I did experience some performance issues during like these cutscenes here, just some weird like stuttering. I did mess around in the settings a little bit and it fixed it for the most part. But graphics look good. I give them an 8 out of 10. Everything just really looks on point. It looks phenomenal, And I say it looks phenomenal, and you're like, well, why'd you give an 8 out of 10? I know it looks good, but I don't think it's necessarily, like the best game I've seen, obviously. So I'm giving it that 8 out of 10. Sound, music. This is where this game kind of blew me away a little bit. Obviously, Final Fantasy games are notorious for having great music and usually pretty good voice acting. And all of the voice acting in this game that I've experienced so far is A-tier quality, maybe even S-tier. And that's kind of crazy, The last Final Fantasy game I played, I believe, was 13, and the voice acting was very well done in that game as well. But this, man, the voice acting in this is really good. At times, I feel like I am watching like a movie series, like a Final Fantasy movie series or something like that. So voice acting is amazing. The music is also very well done. Very just on point again, man. They nailed it with the music and voice acting, at least so far. We got to keep in mind I only played 2 hours. But so far, on point. 10 out of 10 for music and voice acting. Characters and story, also, I think they've knocked it out of the park so far in this demo. I didn't really have any problems with any characters that I've ran across so far in the story. I thought the voice acting matched up well, the dialogue matched up well, the type of character that they were trying to portray with the character models matched up pretty good for the most part. I mean, characters and story so far, and I keep saying so far because this is just the demo, right? This is the demo. Maybe later on in the game, we get some bad characters and some bad dialogue and some bad voice acting and maybe some music that's weird here and there. For right now, in the demo, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Maybe a 9 out of 10. I'm a little biased always with Final Fantasy because I love the series. So you got to keep that in mind too a little bit. Gameplay, kind of a mix, like I said before, Devil May Cry, Fable, and God of War. Kind of already discussed that a little bit at the beginning of the video. The downside is I started on story mode difficulty, which is your standard difficulty, and it was just super easy. Didn't have a fear of dying ever, even fighting bosses. So I turned it up to action difficulty, which is the highest difficulty currently, at least in the demo. There might be others when you get the full released game. So I turned up to action. Also, in that mode, I felt like I never felt like I was in danger of dying. I mean, as you can see in this combat here, it's pretty easy to kill these guys. I don't know if maybe they gave me some like better equipment than I would actually have at this time. That also could be a factor. And they might have maybe tuned the demo down a little bit. I don't know. I think it needs to be harder. Even like I said, bosses didn't feel all that crazy challenging. The like magic spells that you see me cast, the fireball, from what I've seen, magic looks okay so far. Like I said, it's the demo. These are just my first impressions. But I did have a lot of fun playing the combat. You know, I had unlocked a few moves and messed around with the different combos and things like that I could do. You played as two different characters, the one you're seeing here, and you probably won't see him in this video. There's another character, excuse me, named Joshua, who is a child mage, and the story revolves a lot around that character, as well as the character you're seeing here. And the reason I'm not showing a lot of the cutscenes dialogue is I don't want to give away too much of the story. I encourage you to check out the demo, man. The demo is like I said, watching a movie or a Final Fantasy series of some sort. Check it out. Gameplay, it's good, but I need to see more, I guess. I need to see more. So currently right now, like the combat and stuff like that, I'm giving a 6 out of 10. And that might be kind of harsh, but I think it could be just a little better. Maybe a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I might give it a 7 out of 10 just because there are some pretty like climactic, cinematic battles, boss battles you get in, even in the demo. The sweet thing, if you do play this demo, they say when you're loading up, all progress is saved from demo to game on release. So whatever the 2 hours you spend playing this demo, if you purchase the game, you already have 2 hours that you've played the game essentially, which is awesome. I hope that's true. I hope I didn't misread it, but I believe that is correct. Bugs or cons, didn't run into any bugs or glitches. Like I said, just those few performance dips here and there. The game file for this, I looked at it, it's huge. 170 gigs is what they're projecting that you need for space for this game. Hopefully it'll be a little lower, maybe around 140, maybe even hopefully 120, but I doubt we're going to go down that low after everything gets compressed and all that bullshit. That's just a crazy file. Like, that's a crazy huge file size to me. So it's like, how long is the game, you know? But that's all I have for you. I will be hopefully picking this up depending on where I'm at in my gaming life, gaming world. Hopefully I'll pick this up close to release and we can check it out. I had a lot of fun playing it, had a lot of fun watching the cinematics. If you've played it, if you know any more about the game, then obviously I do, because like I said, this is the first time that I've really dove into it. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Please like, please subscribe. Thank you for stopping by. Much love, and have a good day or night wherever you're at in the world. And we'll see you later.